Hi, I'm Sarah Cash-Darvell, CSCP, and I'm the current chapter president for ILEA Minneapolis St. Paul. And in my day job, I work at Augsburg University, and I'm the director of the University Events Department on campus.
My name is Sarah Ober. I am the VP of Communications for the MSP board, having done a year as the director of social media. In my full-time role, I am an event coordinator for a local nonprofit organization called Children's Cancer Research Fund.
Hello, everyone. I'm Nick Peter, CSCP. I am the current president-elect on the Minneapolis St. Paul board. In my day job, I'm the event and facilities sales manager for the Minnesota Orchestra. So I manage Orchestra Hall, which is the venue actually you see pictured behind me and with the downtown skyline of Minneapolis.
I am Sarah Johnson. I am the current immediate past president of the ILEA MSP chapter. And for my day job, I am the executive director of a venue in Northeast Minneapolis called Machine Shop. It's actually where we had our member event to kick off ILEA Live last year. So if any of you came to our Yacht Rock party, that's my venue that I manage.
What's a fun place for us to visit a lot of tourists don't necessarily know about?
So I have many ice cream shops that I recommend. One of my favorites, though, is on Grand Avenue in St. Paul. So the Grand Old Creamery is a famous ice cream shop. When you visit, they have tons of famous people on the walls, but they have a killer coconut chocolate chip ice cream that is to die for.
You have to know who Sarah is because she always talks about food and we always need snacks at our meetings. So
Yeah,
I'm with you,
not
Sarah.
a surprise.
That's me.
So I'm actually going to go outside the box and think about not just Minneapolis, St. Paul, but northern Minnesota. Just an hour or two drive north is cabin country. So it's our place for the summer getaway, cabins, hiking trails, obviously lakes, sunsets over the water, local stores, breweries, shopping, all that kind of stuff. So I would recommend jumping in a car, driving a couple hours north.
Okay, I'm also going to go outside of the Twin Cities, and I'm a little biased because I live in the area, but I think enough tourists don't venture out to see Stillwater, Minnesota. It's the sweetest little riverside town, maybe about 45 minutes east or so from the Twin Cities. It somehow feels and looks like a small town, like it has a very charming small town feel, but there are amazing restaurants, there are breweries, there's amazing ice cream for my friend.
we have excellent greenways and parkways for biking. So I highly recommend that people get like an e-bike or one of the bike rentals around here and kind of see the city that way. It's super bike friendly. And I always recommend ending either at the falls, so you can get some awesome fish tacos, or at one of the breweries. I like to reward myself at the end of a bike ride with food or drink. So if you need recommendations for your reward, you just let me know.
So what's the sort of go forward plan for your programming? Who would like to speak to that?
For this coming year, we are really focused on planning virtually to ensure that all of our members and non-members that attend are safe. But then we're also looking towards having that hybrid component. So we understand the importance of engagement with ILEA. It is all about connections. That's huge for us. And so we understand that value, but yet we want to make sure everyone's safe. So planning to be virtual with the option to be hybrid, and really keeping an eye on the Minnesota Department of Health recommendations. And from there, trying to make decisions far enough out, because it takes time to plan, as we all know.
In terms of hybrid, is that something that you've been able to do to date?
We held a really great hybrid event at the Brave New Workshop. It's a comedy workshop, and we had about 25-30 people in person, socially distanced, hand sanitizer all over the place, but we had a great turnout online as well. And it was a great learning experience for all involved. We have a rock star programs team.
We try to be a good example, I think, not only how to do things safely, but also how you can do those hybrid aspects. Because as a space that wants to be educational to all of our members and beyond. I think that's an important thing to showcase.
Obviously, one of the things we've all experienced this year that is really beautiful and really beneficial about virtual events is that we're able to remove so many of the barriers that existed before in terms of who can attend and who can access that content and get that training and get that education.
We're thinking about how we can individually connect with our members. We try to go above and beyond and connect with them one-on-one because we know that is such a huge member benefit and why people want to stay connected, but also think outside the box in our programming of every program doesn't need to be about event professionals. So we've tried to also focus on wellness and well-being and, mix in some other things about leadership and ways to manage people. But I think everyone is looking for that kind of professional development during this time.
Would somebody like to speak to the best way for us to stay in touch?
Connect with us on social media. We are very active on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Social media is a great place to find us and ILEA Hub.